My name's Andrew Perlot. I'm a reporter with the Record Journal. I had heard that there was this issue where the people who have pilot licenses in this country are just getting older, and there aren't very many younger people replacing them. People don't have the money when they're younger to get licenses, and I think in general they're just not signing up to do it.
Right about there's good. My name is Robert Clark. One of my livings is I'm a professor down at Southern Connecticut State University. I teach anthropology. A part-time job or sometimes full-time job that I've got is a flight instructor here at Meriden Aviation Services in Meriden, Connecticut. Yeah, I've got a very friendly reporter named Andrew from the Record Journal that wanted to come up and take a sample flight lesson today. He originally, we talked on the phone a couple of weeks ago and we did a little short interview. And today we just went up and really just had some fun up there. We went over some of the basics of controlling an aircraft, flew around for a little while, just sort of introduced some of the basic concepts and let Andrew have a good time learning about airplanes.
And so I wrote that article, and my editor suggested, why don't you go and take a flight lesson? So Rob, who was one of the guys I quoted from my source, called him up and we arranged a flight. We got canceled about 4 times just because in New England the weather is always, cloudy. It's hard to get up there. And so eventually we got up today. The weather looks horrible today, but I guess the clouds were high enough so we were able to do it. And flying was absolutely incredible.
And what I'm going to have you do is push that throttle all the way to the pound. Push that right. I'm going to keep it straight right
here. It was really amazing. Just taking off, there's that transition where you're kind of bolting down the runway and you have to pull up, and all of a sudden the ground isn't there anymore and you can kind of feel yourself moving smoothly, and it's just like, wait a minute, I'm actually in the air.
A lot of people think the most exciting part though isn't the taking off, it's the landing, and that's definitely what requires I think the most skill. It's an unnatural kind of situation to have your human body, and we're meant to maybe be roaming around in the savannas with tigers running after us, not flying around up in the air.
We can show me like wobbling around right at the beginning because I'm like, wait a minute, where am I going?
To overcome that instinct of seeing the ground rushing up at you and thinking, I've got to put the plane down, I've got to land it on that strip right there. It's something.
I just maneuvered the aircraft in, and what Rob said is really true. When you're just going down, you're like, I don't know if I want to go and aim myself down like that, but you have to do it.
Every landing is different. Every time you land, you feel a little bit of a feeling of accomplishment.